The Valleys in South Wales, one of the UK's most idyllic spots. But unemployment in an area devastated by mine closures in the 1970s and 1980s is high. Cuts in government spending, combined with higher inflation and weak growth across Europe, make these difficult times for Welsh businesses and for Welsh people. The TUC in Wales reckons the average family could see its living standards fall by about £4,500 by 2013. It's no surprise then that students here at this further education college in the Valleys are concerned about their future.
I think quite a lot of people are concerned about what they're going to do after college, because around here, especially in the Valleys, there's absolutely nothing going.
Some of my friends who, for GCSEs, they've had a lot of A stars and A's. They say there's no jobs at all out there for them. Literally, they're just working in the supermarket.
Just a couple of miles up the road from the college, a local infant school is under the threat of closure. 65% of children here get free school meals because their parents are either unemployed or on income support. Now staff and students could be relocated.
The schools that they're proposing to send them to are in disrepair. They're not big enough to actually take the influx of the children.
Most of the pupils will have to have further to travel, maybe even out of the area, some of them, so it is a real concern.
The shopkeepers will be hit by the closure of this school, because obviously the parents and children go into the shops on their way to school and on their way back.
Cheryl German, a governor at the school, has lived in the Valleys all of her life.
For me, this is as bad as it has been, yeah. You know, the jobs are gone, and to try and get jobs in the Valleys, you're talking of, I don't know, thousands for one job.
Bridges into Work, a European social fund programme in the Valleys, helps local people gain the skills and confidence needed to help them move towards employment.
Neither of my parents worked on benefits, and that is all I knew. I didn't know any different. I had a child young. I left school with just basically my GCSEs. The government are all about getting people back into work, lowering the statistics about people on benefits. They really need to concentrate more on individual organisations like Bridges into Work to see that they do actually get results.
People are only getting perhaps 1 day a week, 2 days a week, and they are chucked from one job to another, and then long periods of unemployment and boredom, and which eventually gets people, you know, the depression, which is high incidence of it around this area. A lot of people say, oh, people are on benefits, they're living the life of Riley. I'm on benefits, I'm not living the life of Riley. I don't go drinking, you know, I got my budget, you know, for my electricity and gas and food. You know, you got to think ahead.
Over in Cardiff, just a 20-minute drive from the Valleys, the story is quite different. This piece of land in the Welsh capital is one of the proposed sites for a new enterprise zone. The Welsh Government wants to attract big blue-chip companies to what it hopes will become a central business district. Cardiff Council says 40,000 new jobs should be created by 2026. There are also major plans in development for a new South Wales metro that could link the Valleys to the new jobs in Cardiff.
We think Cardiff is well placed at the moment to grow. We have important pieces of infrastructure coming into place, such as the electrification of the Cardiff to Paddington railway line and then on to Swansea, and also the electrification of the South Wales Valleys lines, which really captures a 1.4 million labour market for the city of Cardiff.
But Garrahan Jones, Wales's First Minister, says the UK economy needs a bigger injection of government money.
There needs to be more emphasis on infrastructure and on providing the capital necessary for that. We know that in order to kickstart the economy, there's going to have to be more of an element of government spending in order to be able to do that. The other thing is as well, is that the message that's being heard in other countries is that Britain is labouring under austerity. The problem is, if you overdo that message, it makes it difficult actually to attract investment into Britain, because the perception is that Britain somehow is on its knees.
There are certainly grounds for optimism given Cardiff Council's ambitious plans for this city, but a weak jobs market, rising prices and welfare reform are hurting many people here in Wales. And with so many people here so reliant on the public sector for employment, Wales could be particularly hit by further austerity. Daniel Garrahan, Financial Times, Cardiff.